Champs Extra Point is presented by Lawrence Technological University. Possible is everything. Also brought to you in part by Hungry Howie's Dough Raiser. Your next fundraiser comes with flavored crust. Go to doughraiser.com for details. Sarah Chevrolet, we're building excitement. And Henry Ford Sports Medicine. Together, we can.
Week 3 of the high school football season is always a pivotal one. Many start divisional play. Also tends to be the week that you face your biggest challenge up to this point. We have highlights of several of those coming up. I'm Lauren Plant.
And I'm Lauren Jabara. Welcome to State Champs Extra Point. We're presented by Lawrence Tech. Scott Bernstein talks up one of the best receivers in the state in our recruiting spotlight. And Green Bay Packer lineman TJ Lang is taking you inside the trenches. Also, legendary coach Al Fracassa is back in the coach's corner.
Absolutely. Let's begin with perhaps the most anticipated game of the weekend out in Ann Arbor.
The Southeastern Conference Red Division opener saw 2-0 Ann Arbor Skyline hoping to take down unbeaten Saline. The Hornets really took it to Skyline a year ago to the tune of a 49-0 defeat. This year, getting great play by the senior signal caller Josh Jackson. Here finding Zach Schwarzenberger, Hornets had a 10-zip second quarter lead. More from the Hungry Howie's Mr. Football candidate before the half. Jackson just gonna walk in, and it was 7-0 at the break, and they weren't done.
Hey, let's go, fellas! We're on 3! 1, 2, 3!
They got it going all right. Third quarter, this is Connor Hibbard, and this is a 30-yard rushing touchdown, Saline up 24. Later, Schwarzenberger will find the end zone once again, and Saline went on to win 45-6 and look good doing it. Let's jump over to the Huron League. The 1-1 Riverview Patriotic Pirates at home to battle the 1-1 Milan Big Reds. Milan would make the most of this night. First quarter, quarterback Demetrius Barnes on the keeper. He gained 94 yards on the ground, including this 11-yard score, 7-0 Big Reds. Wearing the camo unis, Riverview prides itself on executing via the power running game. Eric Gant busts through, but Milan's lead grew to 14-7 by halftime. Big Reds took full control in the second stanza. Barnes can sling it too. The southpaw finding Justice Hamilton in the back of the end zone. On the ground, Trace Lindeman gobbled up 152 yards on the night. Gaping hole, and he's gone. A 60-yard sprint, and that's all she wrote. Milan takes care of business, 27-7 the final.
I want to see how tough you guys are, because it's going to come down to who is tougher.
Only the strong survive. One of the rare second conference matchups already in the MAC Red. Warren Mott fired up for Macomb, Dakota. The 2-0 Mott Marauders, a total of 91 points scored coming in. The man at the center of it, Michael Pond. First quarter, going it alone, 20-yard touchdown run. More from the Marauders in the second quarter. Junior running back Javon Wilson hopes he will get a chance to play at the next level. Watch him work. Great vision and explosion. This scout-pleasing 35-yard TD run made it 14-0. Believe this, Mott led Dakota at halftime of this game 20-0. Pond dumps to Maurice Allen, and he's going to do the rest. 27-yard score. Now, a lot of credit goes to Dakota. They made this game very interesting with a valiant comeback, but this was Mott's night. Pond went down with an injury in the third, but not before he connected with Allen again. 60-yard touchdown, Allen's third of the night. Warren Mott moves to 3-0 with an upset win over 6th-ranked Dakota, 32-27 the final. Let's go to the Western Wayne Conference now. Two of the top teams in the blue meeting in Week 3, Belleville versus Dearborn-Fortson. 10-1 in 2014, Fortson in blue blanked Belleville 21-zip a year ago. The Tractors struck first in this one too. Hamzi El Zayat over the middle to Hassan Hachem, 7-0. New coach for Belleville this year and a new belief for the Tigers. After an opening night loss, bounce-back win over Dearborn a week ago. Connor Sampson finds Daron Wheeler in stride. See ya! 50-yard hookup. Game knotted at 7 in the second. Always one of the most balanced, tough teams, Fortson lost 7 starters to graduation. Next man up. Hamzi El Zayat buys time and hits Aban Al-Sulami. Tractors back up 7. But make no bones about it, Belleville's success will be led by their defense. Late in the game and tied at 14, Devonnie Reed with the interception, and he's going to take it to the house. Belleville Macon Believers, the Tigers open up the WeWac Blue Division schedule with a 20-14 victory over Fordson.
Welcome inside the trenches. I'm TJ Lang, starting guard for the Green Bay Packers, former Brother Rice Warrior, and Eastern Michigan Eagle. Today we're going to talk about our base, which is where all of our power comes from while run blocking. We always want to keep a nice wide base, never letting our feet come too close together. You are much more stable and powerful with a wide base. The other key to a good base is having all of your cleats in the ground. We don't want to be up on the balls of our feet, rather we want our whole foot in the ground. Right now we are going to work on the duck or power walk. The key to this drill is keeping good posture, keeping all your cleats in the ground, using a good arm swing but having arms ready to punch and maintaining a good Z in the knee. Move forward 5 yards, stop, take a break, come back the other 5 yards. Start slow with proper technique and get faster with each rep as long as you can maintain your technique. This drill will not only train muscle memory for better posture and technique, but also build strength in your legs and hips. For Inside the Trenches, I'm TJ Lang.
Inside the Trenches is presented by BSN Sports, game-changing solutions for all of your team needs.
Hey guys, I'm Stephanie. Don't forget to check out our scoreboard at statechampsnetwork.com and our Twitter page for all the latest high school football scores. Coming up next is our Coach's Corner with the legendary Al Fracassa. He's talking team expectations this week. And then we start off with some more football highlights, starting with a game with some big Division I recruits. Stick with us.
Yes, all right, Ziggy, yes, that's how you sell flavored crust.
Who's this guy?
Well, this is Ziggy. He's actually a brilliant marketing mind.
That's my job.
Yeah. Ziggy, tell him your idea.
What if we gave away free stuff when you order online?
What a dumb idea.
Yeah.
What a great idea.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, everyone gets a free medium pizza on their next online order with coupon code FREE1. Now that's an idea.
Hungry? Howie's!
At Lawrence Technological University, you'll go way beyond the books. Professors with real-world experience deliver hands-on instruction in small classes, helping students land co-ops, internships, and research projects. By graduation, 80% of LTU students have jobs or plans to pursue master's degrees. And most Lawrence Tech grads earn more than their peers. So if you're ready to embrace your possibilities, we want you at LTU.
Sneth Camp is Metro Detroit's original Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram dealer, and we're still making the best deals every day. During the Chrysler Anniversary Celebration, lease a 200S for $139 a month for 24 months, or a 300 Limited for just $199. Celebrating 25 years of giving customers a superior buying experience. That's Sneth Camp on Telegraph Road in Redford.
Sneth Camp, Metro Detroit's original. Sneth Camp, Sneth Camp.
Time for another episode of the Coach's Corner here on Extra Point. Joining me now on the set inside the State Champs studios, former longtime head coach of Brother Rice, his 430 career wins, #1 all-time in Michigan high school football. Al Fracassa, glad to have you here, Al.
Good to be here.
All right. Every week, Coach Fracassa gives us his unique perspective to some of the challenges of coaching high school football. This week, we want to focus on expectations. Now, you certainly had many, many seasons of high expectations for your teams. How did you set expectations with your coaching staff?
You let them coach because they believe in certain things, and we discuss them, and I listen to them talk to me about it, and I ask questions about why do you feel this way about certain drills and things like that. But I let them coach. And you know what? When you do that, your assistant coaches work their tail off. They got a lot of pride, and they want to do very good. I don't want them to please me. I want them to communicate with those kids that they're working with, because they're the ones that they're responsible for.
Yeah, you trust them and you empower them.
Absolutely.
That's great. How did you set expectations with the team?
I expected them to work hard every day, and they know that about me. And when I saw a kid maybe not working real hard, I'll take him on the side or something like that and say, you know, is there anything wrong with you? Or if you're a positive coach and you say positive things to players, they're going to react better than you saying, hey, you're not doing a good job. Being a negative type of a coach.
The press, the parents, the school all has expectations, and that can bring unique pressure. How did you deal with that?
When you win, you don't get too much. When you lose, something was wrong because the coaches didn't do their job. But when somebody was disgruntled, I talked to them, and they would talk to me, and I was not angry. I just, inside maybe, I wanted to say things that I didn't say because I'm a coach and I want them to understand what I'm doing out there.
That's right. As always, Coach, you being here is much appreciated. Join us next week for another edition of Coach's Corner. Coach's Corner is presented by Snethkamp Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, a Detroit original on Telegraph Road in Redford. Proud supporters of Michigan High School Athletics.
Let's get back to the football highlights. It was a huge game in the Detroit Public School League. How did it turn out? Let's find out.
1, 2, 3.
We had a huge game in the Detroit Public School League this week. The third-ranked team in the state, Detroit King, bringing in East English Village Prep. King got things going early. Martell Petaway looks like he's going to be stopped in the backfield. 23-yard touchdown scamper, 8-zip King. The Bulldogs came in unbeaten with wins over Walled Lake Central and Renaissance. This is pretty right here. A perfect delivery from Delvin Washington to Lindrell Mitchell, 8-8 after 1. But King had an answer. Sophomore QB L. Julian Jordan threw for 219 yards. Our preseason #1 player in the state, Dottie Corley, helping his cause. 37-yard touchdown. Detroit King up 20-8 at halftime. Ranked 18th in the state, East English Village would not go away quietly. And you tell me how Nate Bolware was able to bounce out of that scrum. He did. End zone. Bulldogs within 5 into the 4th. But the Crusader defense has been their claim to fame this year. They held De La Salle to 10 and blanked Western a week ago. Definitely put to the test. Game on the line late. EEV on 4th down. Big stop. King hangs on to win by a 20-15 final. 3-0 on the season. Charter School Conference now. Harper Woods, Chandler Park meeting Old Redford Academy. Both teams searching for win #1. The 3-time defending Charter School champs, Chandler Park, struck in the first. Senior DJ Griffin rumbling in for the 21-yard score. Eagles led 6-0. Added another in the second. Freshman signal caller Marquez Steele hooks up with senior Jalen Martin. The Division I recruit, a 41-yard touchdown. Chandler Park led by 12 in intermission. Eagles flying in this one. Opening kickoff to start the third. Davion Williams picks up the ball. No one is going to touch him. 80 yards to his house. CP now up 22. Later in the third, it's Griffin once again. Chandler Park wins in convincing fashion, 32-14. More football still ahead in the show. Now let's go to this week's Henry Ford Sports Medicine Minute.
Hi, I'm Dr. Meeta Singh, and I'm a sleep doctor from the Henry Ford Health System. Teenagers need about 9 hours of sleep to function well. They need 9 hours on a consistent basis. Getting 9 hours of sleep is very important for the teenage athletes because we know what happens if you don't get enough sleep. The first thing that happens is that your reaction time either doubles or triples. Normally, reaction time is about a quarter of a second. Now, doubling or tripling that may not seem that much, but it can make a difference between a touchdown and a missed pass. So the second thing that happens is that if you don't get enough sleep, you're more likely to miss visual cues. If you miss visual cues, you're more likely to be injured. If instead of getting your 9 hours of sleep daily, you get 6 or 7 hours of sleep for about a week, your testosterone production reduces by 10 to 15%. That's like aging by 11 years. If you don't get enough sleep, a 16-year-old will secrete the testosterone level of a 27-year-old. You need 9 hours of sleep to gain that competitive edge. I'm Dr. Meeta Singh, and I'm a sleep doctor from the Henry Ford Health System.
Download our sports medicine app and learn more at henryford.com/sports.
The Sports Medicine Minute is presented by Henry Ford Sports Medicine. Together, we can.
Hey guys, don't forget to head to our website for highlights from any games that you missed on the show. We cover more high school football than anyone, and we have Week 3 highlights from across the state. Coming up next is some more fast-paced football highlights, and then Lauren and Scott talk some big-time recruits that you won't want to miss. Don't go anywhere.
Message your doctor with any question. Help when you need it. With hours that work for you. Early and late appointments. Same-day care. Online test results. Together, we can make healthcare your way. Call, click, or come in. We're Henry Ford. Together, we can.
We're the Cronin Law Firm, bringing more to the table. When we sit down together, we share our expertise. You've got a legal problem, we know you need relief. Advice that you can trust, that's why people come to us. We're the Cronin Law Firm, bringing more to the table.
Can't wait until Sunday to get your high school football fix? Relax. 10 to 11 p.m. every Friday night, tune into the State Champs High School Football Radio Show on Detroit Sports 105.1. Tom Markowski, Scott Bernstein, and me, Lauren Plant, bring you the latest scores and breaking news. We'll take your calls, tweets, and emails. You can listen online or download the app. Great interviews, top-notch analysis, and all the latest scores. It's the State Champs High School Football Radio Show every Friday night from 10 to 11 p.m. on Detroit Sports 105.1.
All right, class, settle down. Let's review. At Sarah Chevrolet in Southfield, you always get
more money for your trade.
How much more, CJ?
Up to $1,000 more in Kelly Blue Book.
And if you're in a lease, Sarah can help you do what? Get out of your lease early? Ow! CJ, see me after class.
Lease a 2016 Cruze for just $99 a month or a 2015 Equinox for just $84. Right now at Sarah Chevrolet in Southfield.
How many times?
Just keep writing.
Welcome back to State Champs Extra Point. The recruiting spotlight with Scott Bernstein is next, but first, let's go no huddle.
I'm Ryan Terpstra. Let's start in the Downriver League as Trenton was at home to take on Lincoln Park. Trenton cooking on the first drive of the game. Pat Zarnecki quickly to Dontel Hampton. He knows what to do with it. 53 yards down the field for the touchdown. Trenton storming to a big lead in the second quarter. Hampton takes the pitch to his left. That's going to be his second touchdown, and Trenton led 19-7. And Trenton is going to win it 33-14. The Trojans are now 3-0. Next to the KLAA, Waterford Kettering was hosting Walled Lake Western, but it was all Walled Lake Western in this one. The senior, Jacob Prokes, muscles in from 15 yards for the touchdown. Then in the second, our Mr. Football candidate, Kyle Thomas, to Javon Gabriel for the 10-yard touchdown. Western rolls to a 44-0 win. They are 3-0 to start the year. For the No Huddle, I'm Ryan Terpstra.
Every other week on Extra Point, we bring in our man on the recruiting beat, Scott Bernstein, to tell us about the guys predicted to be stars at the next level. A guy who's had offers from the Big Ten's best schools, and you can throw in West Virginia too, Detroit Kings, Ambry Thomas.
I saw this kid this summer and absolutely fell in love. We're talking about a small package with titanic talent, titanic upside. Ambry Thomas, about 5'11", 185, speed, playmaking ability, elusiveness. He can go long, he can go across the middle. You know, could be the fastest rising wide receiver recruit in the state of Michigan right now. Has offers from both Michigan, Michigan State, but let's not forget Wisconsin, Penn State, and then going down south, LSU, Tennessee, Arkansas. He's talked about wanting to take visits with his teammate Donnie Corley together at Detroit King. They're probably the best receiving duo in the state. They're going to go down and visit Tennessee and LSU together. Don't be surprised if this kid ends up in the SEC before it's all done, and also don't be surprised if he ends up playing on Sunday. That's the kind of talent I think Ambry Thomas is.
Nice. Do yourself a favor. Check out Scott's blog, Bernie's Bites, on our website, statechampsnetwork.com. Bookmark it. Always a good read.
Sarah Chevrolet is proud to recognize the hardworking people in the communities they serve with the Sarah Chevrolet Community Awards. The first Student of the Month award was given to Megan Hartmus from Novi High School. As a planner and leader within the National Honor Society, Student Council, Link Crew, and larger student body, her passion and vision to make Novi High School the most welcoming and enjoyable place it can be makes Megan a huge contributor in the Novi community. It is selfless leadership like Megan's that makes our community special here in Michigan, and Sarah Chevrolet is happy to recognize her Wildcat pride.
Megan, Sarah Chevrolet, I'd like to present this community award. This is for your outstanding performance, and you got Student of the Month, so congratulations.
Thank you.
And here's a $25 gift card if you need some gas money or some lunch money. There you go. So congratulations.
Congrats to our Sarah Student of the Month, and thanks for sticking with us on Extra Point. We want to hear from you. Do you have games that we should be at or story ideas that you want us to cover? Email us at idea@statechampsnetwork.com. Coming up is our LTU Coach of the Week. He's from a team that made it to the playoffs last year and is starting this year off strong too. Then it's your final batch of highlights with some big-time teams. Don't go anywhere.
All right, class, settle down. Let's review. At Sarah Chevrolet in Southfield, you always get
more money for your trade.
How much more, CJ?
Up to 1,000 more in Kelley Blue Book.
And if you're in a lease, Sarah can help you do what? Get out of your lease early? Ow! CJ, see me after class.
Lease a 2016 Cruze for just $99 a month or a 2015 Equinox for just $84. Right now at Sarah Chevrolet in Southfield.
How many times?
Just keep writing.
Fundraising should be fresh, flavorful, and simple. We have the perfect solution at Hungry Howie's, Dough Raiser. Your nonprofit organization can sell paper pizza certificates that your customers can redeem for one medium pizza at participating Hungry Howie's locations. Go to doughraiser.com to learn about, sign up for, and order everything Dough Raiser. Request a Dough Raiser kit for your group today. Your next fundraiser comes with flavored crust. Welcome to Hungry Howie's Dough Raiser.
At Lawrence Technological University, you'll go way beyond the books. Professors with real-world experience deliver hands-on instruction in small classes, helping students land co-ops, internships, and research projects. By graduation, 80% of LTU students have jobs or plans to pursue master's degrees. And most Lawrence Tech grads earn more than their peers. So if you're ready to embrace your possibilities, we want you at LTU.
Welcome back to Extra Point. It's time once again for our Coach of the Week, brought to you by our friends at Lawrence Tech. Our selection this week from Livonia Stevenson coach Randy McAuliffe.
Now this is the greatest day that we can have. It's just like playing in the backyard. Okay? We don't have to worry about anything else.
Coach McAuliffe is in his third season as head coach of the Spartans and talks about the steps that the program has taken since starting with his first season.
We'd finished 5-4. We lost a couple close games, so we were close to getting over the edge in my first year. Last year, the kids came in dedicated, and they knew right from the start that their goal was to make the playoffs and to win a division championship. We were able to accomplish a couple of those goals.
Coach McAuliffe is one of 8 former Spartans on staff, and he talks about the pride the staff has in coming home to Livonia Stevenson.
It's a location that we take pride in, growing up in the community, living in the community currently, having my children go to school in Livonia Public Schools, and having my son on the team this year. It's a special situation, and it's an opportunity that I cherish.
As for this year, well, it's not just the staff that wants to build on the early success, but the players as well, as Coach McAuliffe explains.
The kids were very motivated. After the defeat last year in the first round of the playoffs, they were ready to go right away when the season ended last year to come back. We turned in our equipment and they were ready to get in the weight room. And we kind of built on that success last year and are working towards a playoff appearance this year.
The Coach of the Week is brought to you by Lawrence Tech. For more info on its athletic programs, go to ltuathletics.com. I'm Sean Belegian for Extra Point.
Coming up next, more football highlights on your favorite show.
For your best high school football coverage.
Extra Point!
Opening game of the KLAA West Division, so that's where we will begin. The Heartland Eagles donning the red, white, and blue on 9/11 to help Livingston County veterans. They took on the unbeaten Howell Highlanders. Howell this season running 2 offenses, the single wing and the spread. Nice job of running here by the veteran QB Brett Chaperon. He'll find the end zone and a 7-0 lead early. Heartland gave Kenton all they could handle last week in an overtime loss, 1-1 on the year. The short TD pass from Noah Marshall to Zach Benke, that tied the game. Heartland was able to even it up again, but the Highlanders retort again. Joey Gossett rushed the rock for 130 yards last week in motion. He gets the ball, and 14 yards later, Howell back up 7 in the second. And it was a combo of Chaperon and Wetzel that truly put this game on ice in the second half. Nice touch on the pass over the middle. This gave Howell a 24-point lead, and they went on to win 45-27. They remain perfect at 3-0.
Every man in this locker room, with Lakers across their chest, representing West Bloomfield. This what this moment's about.
You tell them, Coach. We wrap up our Week 3 showcase in the OAA Red, surging West Bloomfield taking on the 2-time defending state champs, Clarkston. Big reason why the Lakers came in the team to beat in the red, Mr. Football Kennedy, Tristan Jackson. He can beat you in so many ways. This was 4th and 8. Beautiful strike to Navon Mosley. West Bloomfield up 7. Following a loss to Macomb, Dakota to begin 2015, Clarkston with a bounce-back victory last week over Bloomfield Hills. Talk about finding a seam and nobody home. Michael Flugel with nothing but open real estate. This was a 14-14 game at the break. The second half was more one-sided. Jackson, 4-yard TD run, 28-14 West Bloomfield. Jackson ran for 4 touchdowns in this game. Sometimes he just makes it look too easy. West Bloomfield beats Clarkston for the first time since 2011, 3-0 for the first time since 1989. 35-21 the final.
All right, well, it's time to put a bow on another show. But before we do, you can check out more high school football highlights from all over the state at our website, statechampsnetwork.com. We cover more high school football in the state than anybody else.
Absolutely. Make sure to tune into the High School Football Radio Show featuring Lauren, Tom Markowski, Scott Bernstein, and myself every Friday night from 10 to 11 p.m. on Detroit Sports 105.1. Hope you're enjoying the start of school. Hang in there. We'll keep bringing you the football all season long. We'll see you next week.
State Champs Extra Point is presented by Lawrence Technological University. Possible is everything. Also brought to you in part by Hungry Howie's Dough Raiser. Your next fundraiser comes with flavored crust. Go to doughraiser.com for details. Sarah Chevrolet, we're building excitement. And Henry Ford Sports Medicine. Together, we can.